Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, from the world's most famous beach, from where beach racing began, it's the Legends of Racing radio show, live from racing's North Turn Beach Bar and Grill in Ponce Inlet, Florida. The Legends of Racing radio show, with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. You guys are doing okay. And nice crowd today. The weather's just about perfect, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Feels pretty good.
and we got a great variety of people here today. I mean, we got some big time racers, and they're all here for the same thing. Hear the program, see our wonderful guest today.
That's right.
And I see Doc Maxler's back there. Doc, I want you to recognize this girl as a dirt track motorcycle racer.
All right. Yeah.
That might keep him around. You know, he's married to a excellent, superlative bike racer.
Oh, yeah.
And he says she's way better than I am.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
I'll be darned.
And I've been trying to get in to meet her. I said, if somebody's better than him, I want to see him. And I asked him why. He said, first of all, she's German.
Oh, okay.
Is that right, Doc? So anyway, we're excited to see you here today. Just to catch up on something here, Norm's back today after having an injury, and Sunday is his.
Hey, Norman.
He's recovered, and Sunday is his 81st birthday.
Really?
Oh, a world
boy.
champion.
How about that?
So anyway, I got excited about when you said it's a nice day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, really. It is a great day. Yeah, it started off kind of a sad note. One of my boyhood idols passed away this week, Fred Lorenzen. You know, he was the golden boy, fearless Freddie, all that. I got to interview him one time back when he was in the nursing home in Chicago, and found a lot about his early years that I didn't know about. He started out drag racing, and he was one of the first Yankees to invade the South, and he was very well accepted. Everybody loved Freddie.
Yep.
And he was 89, only a week away from his 90th birthday. But he was really something else. And that golden era of NASCAR is slowly fading away with Bobby Allison, Cale Yarborough, David Pearson. You know, all of them are just kind of sailing off into the sunset, more or less, you know. So we have to make the most of it while they're here. That's what this show is all about, is to get that history and get it preserved.
Well, let me get back to some history. Since you mentioned Freddie Lorenzen, you know, I always heard that he was pretty slick with the ladies.
Oh,
and what do you know?
I heard a little story about that, too.
Oh, okay.
Because he was a good-looking guy, probably the best-looking guy that ever drove NASCAR. And, he although he didn't make a big thing of it, you know, the car came first.
Yeah.
He was all about the car, and he'd go through from front to back before a race and check every nut and bolt. And if there was time for the ladies, well, then that's okay, too.
Yeah.
But it wasn't primarily on his agenda, more or less, you know. But he didn't have to worry too much. But speaking of ladies, we have a lady here today. I'm really excited about her being here, and she's got a heck of a resume. And Miss Michael McNicholas right here. Sports cars, that was your bailiwick, wasn't it?
I started with sports cars, but actually I started before that with dirt bikes.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I started with dirt bikes at 11 years old.
Oh, my gosh. Were you kind of a tomboy?
Pardon?
Were you a tomboy back in those days?
I guess that's what you call it, yes.
You show the boys how to do it?
Yes.
That's really neat. Where did that take place?
Well, all over South Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
So
enduros, motocross, hair scrambles, that type of thing.
is that right? So you're a native Floridian then?
Yes.
Huh? Oh, interesting. We won't ask you what year that was.
44 started.
Oh, really?
That's when I came through.
Well.
I'm catching up with the 81-year-old over there.
That's great. Yeah, so when did you switch over to cars?
In 64 or 65, right in that area. I bought a TR4 and went went by a parking lot and I saw these pylons and these cars driving around, and I thought, oh, that looks like fun.
Yeah.
So I entered it and went on from there, did a few gymkhanas, did a few what they call solo events now.
Oh, yeah.
Bay Bottom Crawl down in the Keys, which was basically they put the roads in before they put the houses in. This was on Big Pine Key.
Right.
And we'd go one at a time down to the end to come back, and that was timed. And I did win my class in that.
No kidding.
With a Griffith, which a lot of people don't know what a Griffith is. It's a TVR, which is an English car that they dropped a Ford Cobra 289 into the engine compartment.
Oh, my gosh.
But unfortunately, they left MGB transmission and rear end in it.
Oh.
So couldn't quite handle that.
Now,
So that had to be replaced, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But,
did Mark Downey have anything to do with the Griffith?
The Griffith was 64.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only seen one. They're pretty scarce.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you had to have a very light foot because getting the power to the ground was difficult.
Yeah.
And if you put in too much input, you were doing this.
Oh, geez.
Really fast. So the gentleman I sold it to, I explained that to him, and I said, no matter what happens, never floor the car. Never put your foot all the way down. And within 2 weeks, he had totaled it.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, geez.
But he wasn't hurt, unfortunately. I
Yeah.
wish he had been, because he hurt my car.
Now, did you ever race at Daytona?
Oh, several times.
Oh,
Probably
really?
30 times.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
In 24 hours?
No.
No, the championships?
Just SCCA, nationals,
yeah.
et cetera. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's a pretty intimidating racetrack.
No, I didn't think so.
Oh, no?
No,
That's good.
I thought it was fun.
Good for you. It would scare some other guys, I would think.
I can't speak for them.
Well, she also drove Formula Fords.
Oh, really?
And for the
boy.
and for the folks who've seen the movie Senna, which is on Netflix right now, it starts off showing him running Formula Fords in Europe, which was the biggie.
Yes.
And that's the way you made it. That was the Formula 4 at the time, making its way through.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a big one to go to. So if you haven't seen the movie Senna, please see it. All the racing fans, if you're a sports car racer, it's wonderful. He's driving, if you haven't seen it.
I've seen it.
Okay, Van Diemen's is what he was running, which we don't even hear about anymore. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, in fact, next week we have Tommy Byrne, who is Senna's teammate in the Formula Fords. And he'll be here talking about how he was partying too much.
Oh, yeah.
It cost about $100 million because he missed out on Formula One. He had a practice with McLaren, and they were very impressed with him, but he didn't toe the company mark, more or less, you know. But he said that he would go out and he'd win the Ford Festival, and then Senna would win it. Then he'd win Brands Hatch, and then Senna would win it. And Senna got all the attention, it seemed, you know. But they were teammates for a couple of years. How about that?
Well,
So Tommy Byrne will be here next Friday. Don't miss it.
Wonderful. And I'm not going to be here.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, son of a gun.
Yeah.
Well, you can watch it.
I will.
Yeah.
Probably more than once.
Oh, good.
To see these guys like Senna and the time they came through is just impressive. It's old-time racing the way we all remember it is really what it is. And I get caught into it. A lot of times you can get up and go to the fridge and get a drink or, refreshing beverage, might I say. But this movie's so intense and telling the story, you stick with it. Didn't you find that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Plus, don't remember, we have pause now.
Yeah, that's true.
You can put it on pause.
Well, I don't.
So did you ever run Formula V?
I did.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't my car, for another gentleman. And I raced that at Sebring in Daytona.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Sebring must be a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's my favorite track. That
it really?
Watkins Glen.
Oh, Watkins Glen.
Yeah,
That's
both.
my favorite track.
Yeah, but both of them. Have you driven Sebring?
No, I drove around it in my friend's Porsche.
Oh.
Yeah. Just, kind of putzing around.
Well, when we started at Sebring, we started in '65.
Oh, really?
A very dear friend of mine, Reggie Smith, his family his father, particularly from 52 through the mid-70s, ran Sebring. Ullman gets all the credit, but he just showed up at the last minute. And Mr. Reggie's dad ran it all. He started it and ran it.
Did he really?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my friend Joe and I just went over and visited Reggie last weekend, or 2 weekends ago.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
I introduced him to him and his wife, and he showed Joe all his trophies and
Oh, I bet that was
posters.
something.
And he was one of those drivers that was absolutely one of the best in the world for sports car racing, but didn't get the proper PR. And
Right.
so much of it is PR. I mean,
Oh,
it's
gosh.
just
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, he drove the Group 44 Jaguar. He drove for several Porsche prototypes, several cars, and
No
just
kidding.
never made that next rung up, you
Yeah.
know.
Speaking of Jaguar, do you know Bob Tullius?
Very well.
Isn't he a great guy, huh?
He's a pit bull.
Huh? A pit bull?
He's a pit bull.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, he's been on the show several times.
Yeah, he's
just a good friend.
great guy, and
Brilliant.
yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Smart man.
Absolutely. I met him back in, I think it was like 68. He came down. When I didn't race, I would do flag and communications so I could stay involved with the racing no matter what. And this particular race, the headhunters from up north were coming down because it was the end of the season. They were trying to get points.
Yep.
And Janet Guthrie came down.
Oh, really?
She had a 120 XK, or not XK, Jaguar. She was in the race, and Bob was in that time the Dodge Dart he brought down.
Right.
And I met them through them, and then wind up meeting Brian Firstenow, who was Bob's right-hand man, literally. Actually, Bob will give more credit to Brian than to himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's spoken of Brian.
Yeah, Brian was a very, very special person.
Yeah.
Very special. And unfortunately was killed in an airplane crash. He was piloting the plane. And as usual, the FAA blamed the pilot. But we don't think it was the pilot error.
Oh, really?
So, no, we do not. Bob doesn't either. No,
I'll be darned.
no.
Yeah, probably something mechanical.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what we think.
Yeah,
Because it was a historic plane. It was a very ancient plane. It was well maintained, but he had gone out looking for someone else, and unfortunately, and he had a passenger who was also killed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, Bob knows his way around airplanes, too.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that P-51 he had, he
Yeah.
sold. It just went back to England a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, I hear it went
Yeah.
to England, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it went
Brian
to-
first now had a Citabria. I flew with him several times. In
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a special guy, that's for sure. We miss him. We'd like to give him a shout and have him come back up, but he's a little hard to get to.
Yeah, he's well, it's 90 what now?
About 93, 94,
94,
somewhere
yeah.
around there. Yeah.
He's still sharp though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, so did you ever compete against him?
Oh no. Bob's another echelon. No.
Oh, that's funny. So Sebring's your favorite track, huh?
I really love it because of all the history.
Oh,
and
yeah.
when we little lowly SCCA racers run it, when we would start back in the 60s, there were weeds growing up in it's an airport, for those who don't know. It was a bomber training airport for World War II. And there are cracks in the cement, and then there are some parts are asphalt, some parts are cement. And when the SCCA came there to run, there were weeds. I'm not joking. This tall.
Holy cow.
In the cracks. And we'd have to mow through.
Oh, my gosh.
But of course, when the 12-hour came in, there were no weeds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
They were gone.
for sure.
But, I just love that track. I really love it.
You didn't mind the bumps?
Oh, they're there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
That's just part of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
But Watkins Glen, what a great racetrack,
Oh,
huh?
I love that one too. I prefer Sebring only because I think the history, although Watkins Glen, of course, Formula One, et cetera.
Sure.
But I love the elevation changes at
Yeah.
the Glen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, going uphill to those S's. And,
Yeah. Go down through the boot and all that. Yeah.
I did not get to drive the boot.
You didn't?
SCCA, no.
Oh, no kidding.
Really?
The same way with NASCAR.
cut out-
NASCAR doesn't run the boot
That's
either.
right. They used to.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, they did.
I'll be darned.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I think too many crashes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a little tricky down
Yeah,
there for
it's
sure.
very tricky, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that's really something.
Well, for Sebring, that continued on the condition of the track. You know, it just really didn't go anywhere. into the late 80s or somewhere before they really decided, hey, we're going to cut the grass, we're going to do all the stuff you need to do. So you were in pretty rough terrain
Yes.
to be trying to run and sand over the track.
Oh,
and
yes.
They didn't have any way to get it off. And
Not only that, this was a real kicker. Coming out of 16 on into the back straight toward 17, there used to be about 200 feet off to your left, and believe me, you're on throttle when you're coming through 16. A barbed wire fence and cows.
Oh, no.
I didn't see
I
that.
swear. I swear. Yeah.
Did the cows watch the races?
I don't know. I never had time to look at them.
Well, it was a straightaway. You didn't supposed to be over there, right?
But coming out of 16, you could be. And several people did go into that barbed wire.
Boy, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
That's absolute truth.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So what was the first year you ran Sebring?
65, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, was it SCCA?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yep. We're going to take a break here real quick. We'll be right back with Michael McNicholas. Doing a great job. Great job.
Okay.
Yeah.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. At Beach Boys Embroidery and Tees, it's all about making you happy. Beach Boys Embroidery can customize your athletic golf apparel, caps, hats, badges, buttons, magnets, backpacks, bags, totes, clocks, watches, and of course, T-shirts. Sure, they're at 2033 South Ridgewood Avenue in South Daytona, and they're waiting for you to call now. 386-255-5880. Beach Boys Embroidery and Tees. Let Aloha Marine get you on the water with huge discounts on great brands like Bayliner, Carolina Skiff, Hurricane, Key West, and Regal. Pay as little as $169 a month with 10% down and approved credit. Don't wait. Get to Aloha Marine, 1700 North Nova Road, Holly Hill, Monday through Saturday. 47 years and always better than boat show prices. We're back from where it all began. Racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
Hello. Hey, there we go. Hey, this segment's being brought to you locally by Staples on International Speedway Boulevard. Anything for the office, they can fix you up. And also, if you want to go check us out live, you can go to Legends of Racing Radio Facebook page, or you can check us out an hour later on Legends of Racing Radio YouTube. No, that's not right. It's YouTube. YouTube's first. Okay. Hold on a second. We're going to get this right. Yeah, let's do this again. Okay, look. There goes my raise. Jeez. Son of a gun.
It's okay, baby.
Okay. With all the Christmas stuff going on and all that, you just can't think straight anymore. It's the Legends of Racing Radio YouTube. Yay! That's right. You get it live, or you can go an hour later and check us out on Facebook, the Legends of Racing Radio Facebook page. How's that? Is that okay? Okay. Do I get my raise? Oh, all right, I get my raise. Fantastic. Well, we are here with Larry. Larry, you got a question for us?
Yes, I do. Good morning, and thanks for being here, or early afternoon. Thanks for being here, first off. Growing up, you said you started at 11, so that's, racing's always a family affair. At 11, your parents obviously were involved in your racing?
Only one of them, in a very short period of time.
Okay.
My father, after World War II, came back. He actually introduced motorcycles to the Broward County Sheriff's Department. And so he was a motorcycle cop. We would go out west of Fort Lauderdale, and I'd ride his big police bike when he was off at 11 years old. And Again, there were roads and no houses. So there was a canal that ran down the middle. This is Davie. There was a canal that ran down Griffin Road, and we just ride up and down. He'd teach me how to ride the bike, and then after that, I got a little dirt bike from a neighbor and started playing with him, and he went out of my life not long after that, and I continued with the dirt bikes.
Well, that's very cool. When you got into cars, what number did you race?
No particular number.
No particular number.
I raced so many different cars. I raced from the Corvette.
Whoever gave you a ride, right?
Corvette at Roebling, and let's see where else. I'm trying to remember where else I raced that Corvette. Savannah, Roebling Road, and Marlboro in Virginia,
Very nice.
which was interesting because it's a shorter track, and there's an elevation change. And the Corvette got airborne every single time.
Oh my gosh!
It was
Holy cow.
It was so much fun. And then I raced the Mustang GTs as well, the Cobras, Mustang Cobras, not the Cobra. And so I had different numbers for different classes, So.
That makes sense. Also, last question is, what do you think was your biggest accomplishment racing?
Oh my gosh. Maybe just sticking with it so long. I remember when I first started to race, you couldn't race until you were 21 with SCCA at that time. And I remember thinking to myself, I want to do this until I'm 80. And now I'm 80, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I made it.
Now, would you get back in behind the wheel if you had a chance right now?
Yes, I would.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
What was your favorite car? Yeah. We'd like to see that, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah, I want to see it.
I bet you show those boys a thing or two. Well,
I have a lot of experience, let's put it that way.
I would say. Yeah.
My favorite car, as far as racing, you mean?
Yeah.
I really like those Mustang Cobras.
Oh, really?
I really, really like them.
I'll bet they were a lot of fun, weren't they?
They were fun. They were comfortable. For a race car, they were comfortable.
Yeah.
They were quick. Believe it or not, they're pretty forgiving, too.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
If you have the limited slip in the right rear end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But, yeah, that's probably of all the race cars. Although I saw a couple of weeks ago at Sebring a little Lotus that was for sale. And I said,
oh, boy.
If I win Lotto, that's going with me.
Oh, that's funny. What kind of motor did it have in it?
I have no idea. I just saw it with the for sale sign on it, and it was already ready to race.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, it was back in the pits.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I was back
That's
there
amazing.
with our team.
So isn't she the most interesting unknown story in racing? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Out there beating the boys all those years, and now she's here regaling us with your tales. We really do appreciate that.
Well, Dave has one sitting in the parking lot, the Mustang today with all the stuff on it. He might give you a ride.
Oh,
there he is right there. Can we?
I would actually prefer to take you for a ride. Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's funny. Now, with any of the Mustangs, did you ever run big block?
No.
No, old 289? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was enough power.
5 liter. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, the engines are massaged. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, did you ever run Road Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet that was fun, wasn't it? You can get scared out there,
That
can't you?
track will take your heart away every single time you come down to Pit Street.
Yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
that
'cause
is a
it's kind
very-
of blind, too, isn't it?
it's blind
Coming up, yeah.
and it's fast.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, then you come down and go into that hard right.
Yeah, and then go straight away.
Yeah.
And then a hard right again, turn 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that's been fixed. They got a chicane there now, you know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, they had to do something, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have not raced since then, obviously.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, you raced there, too, didn't you?
Oh, that's my home track. I live 5 miles from there.
Did you really?
Every time I had a chance, I was on that. And
Uh-huh.
a lot of people come there scared. Part of the problem was that track is dug down into the dirt. So when you come around, if you're in the infield, you're up on a fence looking down. And nobody wants to hit one of those red clay banks at 100 miles an hour or 50 miles an hour.
Oh, sure.
So they were afraid of it, and you had to have a little more discipline to run that.
Yeah.
The fastest guy wasn't always the first one around the track.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
so.
Yeah,
They were the first one into the bank.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, they had a couple of blowovers there too, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, coming up over that rise.
I'm one of those guys.
Are you really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was racing Shelby Can-Ams, and in that series, which lasted 6 years, I was the only guy to ever flip one.
Oh my gosh.
And I flipped it right there as you're coming under the bridge and going down.
Were you the one that got airborne? Airborne flip backwards?
No, that guy passed away.
Was that Bob Aiken?
No, that wasn't Bob Aiken.
It wasn't Bob Aiken?
But that was a Formula.
No,
Formula Atlantic.
no, I'm talking about Can-Am.
Oh, it's been 2 sets of Can-Ams. The original set that came out,
right.
which was rung what you brung and hope you brung enough,
And,
right?
and unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Shelby Can-Ams were limited spec series.
Okay.
But same type of car.
Right.
They ran well. I went through there too fast. It was my own mistake. What can you do?
I'll be darned.
Flipped the car down the hill. Stepped out of the car. And of course, they keep on racing. It's not like NASCAR. They keep on racing. They throw a yellow flag up for one lap and let you know it's there. I stood beside the fence and watched the rest of the race.
Yeah. And they only throw the yellow flag for that corner.
That's right, for where you are. Exactly. So, so I know that deal pretty well.
Yeah.
And it was my fault. Wasn't the car's fault. Nobody else. I was by myself.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, I was at Road Atlanta when Bruce McLaren and Denny Holm, the original Can-Am.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when they started those engines, the ground shook.
Yes.
It was unbelievable. And one of those cars coming over the rise flipped backwards. The aerodynamics, it got enough lift and enough air underneath that it pushed it backwards. And Bruce McLaren, they say, I didn't see it, got into the back of the car while Denny Holm drove it and went over that rise at speed and worked with the suspension to correct what the problem was approaching that turn, or that rise.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and he never flipped.
Holy cow.
But my very dear friend of mine, Tony Adamowicz, was there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Tony, I've known since 67 or 8.
Is that right?
Well, he's passed away now. But Tony was Formula 5000 champion for several years, and he invited me to come to the track for that race. Well, he was in a support race, which he actually did win. So I got to see the Formula 5000s and the Can-Am cars. So it was very, very exciting.
Oh,
very
yeah.
exciting.
Those Can-Am cars were monsters,
Oh,
weren't
they're
they?
and the Chaparral that was there had a ski mobile engine.
Really?
Swear to you, on the back of the car.
Yeah.
So as they approached a turn, the engine would kick on in the back, hold the car down.
Holy cow.
And go, and you could hear that thing kick on.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You know, George Levy right back there eating his soup, he wrote the authorized biography of Jim Hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just came out. It's doing real well.
I'll have to read that.
Hold that up, Mike. There's the book right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it. Fantastic book.
I want to read that. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, Jim Hall and the Chaparral. Well, he was such an innovator. He was amazing.
What they did with those cars is amazing.
It is incredible, for sure. Yeah, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with Michael.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Racing's original North Turn is our broadcast headquarters. If you're looking for a good drink, great entertainment, and the best in food, they're right on the beach at Racing's original North Turn. come on down to dinner tonight. Here are a couple of testimonials. These are actual testimonials from people who have enjoyed the North Turn. Been there many times, always great food and drinks, great location on the beach. And another, what a great experience. It's my new favorite restaurant in the Daytona Beach area, Racing's Original North Turn on South Atlantic Avenue. That's A1A in Ponce Inlet, about 3.2 miles south of the Dunlawton Bridge and A1A intersection. It's Racing's Original North Turn, a restaurant, museum, bar, gift shop, live music. That's Racing's North Turn. Thanks to you, the original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill has been voted top 10 beach bar in Florida year after year after year. We're back from where it all began. Racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Oh, boy. You guys are rowdy today. I'll tell you what. We thank you so much. And this segment has been brought to you locally by Daytona Flea and Farmers Market, voted one of the top 5 markets in the country by USA Weekend. Visit our Shop Now network and our Shop Now at Daytona Flea and Farmers Market Facebook page for the latest in vendor tours. And we got Big Mike here. You got a question for this young lady, don't you, Mike?
Absolutely. I have so much on my mind, and I'm so amazed by you, ma'am, that it's unbelievable. But first out, I want to give a shout-out to Danny. The sound is wonderful today. It is
Hey, Danny!
To you, ma'am, your recall on racetracks, corners, did you have a crew chief that worked on your cars?
No.
So you...
Most of the time, I would find a local garage who would help me out. Now, in the final years, I would say Rob DeBar-Laban, who is also a champion racer himself, was my crew chief. He worked for NASA. He's a rocket scientist. And then Bill Boyer, who's also a very dear friend, was our crew chief for a while. But that was with the Ford Mustangs and with the Spec Racer Fords. I also raced those.
Very interesting. Because you start talking about drivetrains and coilovers and setups and all that. I had assumed you had cranked some wrenches in your time at the racetrack as well.
Well, I had literally begged some of the mechanics to teach me, and they'd say, you just drive the car, that's your job. and it really upset me because I wanted to learn how they work, you know, and over the years I've picked up bits and pieces, but I am not qualified to work on those cars.
Well, it's obvious here today, and I believe to anyone, your passion that you have for the sport and all classes that you raced. And we really don't ever grade the shows here, but I would guess this has got to be in one of the top 10 that's ever been broadcast. This has been amazing. Thank you so much.
I believe you're right, Mike. Yep. And we love bringing these stories to light. There's so many people that have these fantastic stories. Joe, for one.
Yeah.
Joe Scottolone over there. He, great story. John DeBenedictis, who was right on after you. Another great story. Your story. These are tremendous people that have these great stories that nobody's heard. So now it's up to us to get those stories out.
Right.
And we're just delighted that you're here today.
Well, I'm glad to be here. And Joe, by the way, has taught me so much about the mechanics of cars because he sets up the cars that he races.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He does it. I mean, he prepares them. And so I've learned a lot through that.
Oh, there you go. And
But I'm still not qualified.
He doesn't mind sharing his secrets with you?
Yeah, a few.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's something you're not going to get, huh? Yeah, now I understand that you've got a connection with Hurley Haywood.
I do. Actually, Peter Gregg approached me when this was about 67, I guess, 68. I had my Mini Cooper. My first race was at Daytona after I went to Cortland, Alabama
Mini
for the
Cooper.
SCCA.
Oh, I bet
Mini
that was
Cooper
fun.
S. It was a 1275 bored out to 1293. And I won the regional championship with it. Then I started racing it nationally. But Peter approached me after my novice race, which I was third in, and he said, I just bought a Ferrari dealership. I didn't know him. I had no idea who he was.
Oh.
And he said, I have a Fiat 124 that I'm racing right now, and I'd like you to race it.
Oh,
So
my.
I started racing for Peter in the Fiat 124 and did really well with it. And it was stone stock, absolutely stone stock.
Uh-huh.
And then Peter and I became great friends. And Hurley Haywood joined, I think it was 68 or 69, that Hurley joined Peter. And of course, Hurley is a world-class racer.
Yes.
Even from the beginning.
Yeah.
He just a very special person too, a very good man, and my friendship with Peter went all through the 80s and 90s, but I mean, he and Hurley were always going different directions, but Peter kept in touch and I didn't with Hurley at all.
Yeah.
But I followed them, of course, you know. So
Yeah, they both ended up doing pretty good.
yeah. Hurley is, I've spoken to him recently, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah, and he's just doing very well.
All right.
He lives not far from me, just a few miles.
Oh,
from
no
me,
kidding.
In St. Augustine.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he knows about us, and we've already had feelers out to try to get him on here one of these days. So we'll get him. Yeah, we got you.
He's very shy.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's very shy.
Okay,
So-
we'll take care of that.
Okay.
No problem there.
Joe is also a good friend of his.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he actually
Yeah.
worked on his cars.
Oh, really?
Oh, there
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
Sure did.
Yeah, Hurley's probably one of the top 5 road racers that America's ever produced.
Ever.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was tremendous.
He's very, very gifted.
Yeah. Did you ever cross paths with Mark Donahue?
No.
No,
I
he was
wish
one
I
of my
had.
heroes.
Oh, well. He
Yeah.
was a lot of people's hero.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful man.
Yeah, he was really something. Yeah. Did you ever run on the same card as him? Like as far as the SCCA championships, was he running a different class?
No.
No.
No, I always, when I made it to the championships, I was in a Mini Cooper S, and Donahue, no. He was in something much, much better
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
faster.
Now, when you ran the Corvette, who owned that car?
A fellow named Jim Hieronymus out of Dayton, Ohio, Dayton Tire, sponsored it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
so
was,
it was kind of a project for the college?
Pardon?
It was kind of a project?
Projects?
Yeah. You
In-
say Dayton College?
Yeah, I don't-
Sponsored?
I
Oh,
don't
I'm sorry. I
understand.
must have misunderstood.
Dayton Tire.
Dayton Tire.
Oh, Dayton Tire.
Yeah.
Oh. I was going to say Dayton College.
No, Dayton Tire,
I got you. Okay. Yeah, all right. I'm
which
having
is
a
still
tough
in
day.
existence.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jim Hieronymus owned the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, did you ever wreck a car?
Did he rent it?
No, did you ever wreck a car?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to insult
What do you think I am?
Just thought I'd ask. Yeah. We're trying to get the whole picture here, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But you were very fortunate all the time you raced, right?
Yes, very. But also, you know, you can go fast and be careful.
Ah.
And you got to be smooth first, secondly fast, and then if you don't finish, you don't win.
Well, there you
You
go.
know.
Yeah, that's
So-
probably the way you ran too, isn't it?
That's exactly what you have to do.
Yeah.
It's no doubt about it. Usually the fastest guys don't win.
You're right.
It's the smoothest guys that win.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you over and over, if you take classes from any of the experts that do that to make a little extra money, you know, that's what race drivers do. They're always trying to slow you down. Is what they're telling you, is slow you so that you can be faster.
Yeah, slow down to go fast.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
And that's truth. That's the real truth. Joe probably can tell you that too, right, Joe?
Oh,
Oh, that's funny. Did you ever do any instructing?
30 years.
Oh, really? Oh, my. Okay.
30 years. I instructed for BMW, Porsche, PBOC, which is Porsche BMW Owners Club, SCCA. SCCA is the best because you don't have to sit in the right seat. You just tell them what to do.
Oh, there you
But
go.
all the others, you sit in that right seat, and it can be a long day,
Oh, yeah.
especially when you
imagine.
have between 3 and 5 students on that day.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine some of those kids could scare you too, couldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the younger drivers, not so much. The older ones who think they're Fangio or Andretti are the ones that are the most trouble, and that have the deep pockets so they can buy the very fast cars.
Oh, sure.
And they have little experience.
Yeah.
So, those can be a little upsetting. Actually, a trick that I use that was handed down to me was when you have someone that's going way too deep into corners and missing the apex totally, but they're going fast, they think, is make them talk through the turn.
Oh.
If you tell them, I want you to tell me everything you're going to do, you can't do two things at once. So you have to slow down to tell the instructor what you're doing.
I'll be darned.
And that's a lifesaver.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with the best story in racing right here.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Daytona Flea and Farmers Market is still the one for great savings and the best variety. Whether you need flowers and trees for your home or you're looking for great prices on Daytona Beach souvenirs, the market is the place to go. The market features 1,000 booths, 2 air-conditioned malls, a restaurant, and 9 snack shacks. Hops Grill features gourmet burgers and garden blend salads. Treat yourself to a great variety of brat and hot dog creations at the Dog House, or enjoy a refreshing drink at the Seltzer Oasis. The market is open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and is 90% undercover, so you can shop rain or shine. There's never a charge for parking or admission. Enjoy our monthly classic car cruise-in on the first Saturday of every month, and garage sale weekend, the third weekend of every month. See all we have to offer at DaytonaFleaMarket.com or like us on Facebook. Discover Daytona's most unique shopping experience, the Daytona Flea and Farmers Market, just a mile west of the Speedway. We're back from where it all began, racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate that, and we thank everyone out there looking in. And a little wave, a tip of the hat to my beloved bride, who's a little under the weather today, and Bill Cushion, one of our regular guys. He's a little bit between the sheets up in New England, freezing. Took us off. The poor guy. And we miss you. We wish you were here. It's a beautiful day today. So, is there anything that we haven't covered yet that you think that we ought to talk about?
Oh, gosh.
These are just the cliff notes that she's put down. I said earlier, I said, is there anything you want to talk about today that, I need to bring up? Well, here. I think we're getting maybe 30%. We need her twice more on the show to get the full story.
That would suit me fine. What do you think, guys, huh? That'd be terrific. I've got her number, too. She can't escape. Yeah. So what would be the highlight of your career?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I've just, I can honestly say I've never been in a race, motorcycles or cars, that I didn't absolutely love it.
Really?
So I don't know if I have a favorite.
Oh, my gosh.
I really don't. Because each time, even, you go in there thinking, I want to win, obviously. But I'm always happy just to be out there doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Just, with motorcycles in particular, the dirt bikes, if I finished a motocross mid-pack, oh, that was a great day. That was a wonderful day. I did win a few enduros, and I did win a few hair scrambles, but the motocross is a whole different animal.
Oh, boy. Did you ever do any hill climbing?
No hill climbing.
Well, there's no hills in Florida anyway, so.
No.
Alligator Mountain Raceway, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, but we do have an alligator enduro that is in Daytona.
Oh, yes.
And I did it once. And it literally almost killed me.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, my gosh.
My husband, when he was alive, he was kind to me, and he followed my racing. He didn't race at all, and he didn't even know what a sports car was.
Oh, no
So,
kidding.
no, seriously.
Uh-huh.
And so I dragged him into this world of mine, and he ran the Alligator Enduro with me. And for those who don't know, it's one of the toughest enduros in the world, literally. It's in the heat. It's over 100 degrees. It's white powder sand, deep water, trees.
Snakes.
Well,
You didn't see any snakes?
snakes don't bother me.
Okay.
But I got about 3/4. He quit before half, and I got about 3/4 of the way through, and I was literally so dehydrated. They had to give me almost 2 liters of fluid IV.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, but he stepped in front of my bike at a checkpoint and just put his hands on the handlebar and said, "You're not going any further." And that was it. That's an incredibly tough enduro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, we got Joe Jackalone here. How you doing there, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. I actually don't have a question, but I just want to say, as I've gotten to know this lady, it's incredible how she's downplayed what she's done. She kept saying she didn't think she deserved to be on this show. And honestly, what she said is true. I used to think, well, Tom, her husband, drug her into the racing. It turns out it was totally the opposite. It was her idea to get into it. She'd already been doing it when they got married. But the amount of stuff she's done, as you said, she hasn't even scratched the surface yet. And I'm just proud to know her, and she really is a part of racing history. She really is.
Well, that's great. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Now, have you ever ran with Janet Guthrie?
Yes. Now, not in the same race.
Oh,
we
okay.
were different classes. Yeah. She's an incredible woman.
Oh, boy.
Oh, she's an engineer.
Yep.
She worked on her own car. She set it up. She did everything. And of course she was at NASCAR. Joe, you said she finished 10th in the 500.
Yep. Yep.
And then at Indy she was 13th. So
that's right.
Yeah, she's one of those people that never got the spotlight,
Right.
but a really accomplished racer.
Yep.
And a wonderful person.
Yep. But
as well.
she was the first female in the 500, Daytona 500, and the Indy 500 in the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 1980, I think it was. Yep.
And finished well in both.
Yeah. Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, her best finish was at Bristol, and she had a big track car which had a lot of front end weight on it.
Okay.
And she wasn't supposed to do anything, and that was her best finish in NASCAR at Bristol. So she just knew how to do it.
Yeah, she was very gifted too.
And she had a lot of problems to overcome too. You know, she had a lot of not so nice things happen to her.
Right.
Yeah, but she was a tough lady, and what a classy lady too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very intelligent, and she's an engineer, mechanical engineer.
Yeah, her biography is wonderful. Yeah.
I haven't read the book yet, but I'm going to.
Oh yeah, it's a good one, that's for sure. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So, how many times do you think you've run Daytona?
I'm at ballpark 30.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, since 66, 65.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll be darned.
lots and lots and lots of national and regional races.
Yeah.
But never the 24-hour.
Oh,
I
okay.
did do the Continental one year.
Oh, did you really?
3-hour.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that goes back a
that
ways.
was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does go back a ways. Yeah. So, the Continental, that was probably when Lloyd Ruby and Ken Miles were running the GT40s.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, they won that 2 years in a row.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, they were an amazing team, and those cars were fantastic too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that Lloyd Ruby was just an old dirt track driver, but he showed them how to do
these
the
NASCAR
road course.
drivers, I'll tell you, people underrate them.
Oh yeah.
They get in those sports cars and they do really well at the 24-hour.
Oh yeah.
They have
Yeah.
Earnhardt's, both Earnhardt's.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff Gordon has done the 24-hour.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson, that's right.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, those guys, they can drive anything.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with Michael.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Welcome to Homewood Suites by Hilton in Daytona Beach. You're right in the middle of all the action. Daytona International Speedway, the airport, One Daytona, Florida's newest entertainment and retail destination, and of course, the world's most famous beach. You'll love our newly remodeled 1 and 2 bedroom suites, along with our popular King Studios. You won't need your full kitchen, as Homewood Suites Daytona serves up complimentary breakfast and evening social. It's like home away from home. Go to HomewoodDaytona.com for Homewood Suites by Hilton in Daytona Beach. We're back from where it all began. Racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Wow, what a rowdy crowd today. That's wonderful. They must be putting a little something, a little extra alcohol when the drink's there or something. I don't know. What do you think, Dave? Yeah. Well, this segment's being brought to you by the Legends of Racing radio show YouTube. I got that right. Yeah. Yeah, the YouTube page. Go check it out. You can check out any one of our 339 races, shows that we've done. And we've had Jeff Bodine and Ernie Irvin and Paul Goldsmith and Mario Andretti and just all kinds of people on here. We've been very fortunate to get a lot of really good folks here, and a lot of neat stuff. You'll find a lot of stuff. You'll learn an awful lot if you want to go back and check them out.
And, you know, the big thing that happens with this show is you can bring on a super guest, and they sort of melt down and tell you the real stories, the things that happen. Right. Where if they were on a primetime TV show, you know, they would be all prim and proper and telling you the story the way it should be.
There you go.
You get on here and you tell the real stuff. That's the way to do it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're getting the inside scoop here. This is great. Yeah, it's really something. So, I don't know, anything there in the notes there that we might have overlooked?
Oh, gosh. Oh, well, yeah, I do. I just noticed something. I did race a Shelby GT 350.
Really?
Back in the day.
Oh, boy.
It was not my car. And I raced at Osceola and I believe PBIR.
Oh, really?
Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was so much fun. The rear end would come around in a heartbeat, so you just literally drove it with the throttle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It was great.
Did you ever scare yourself?
No.
Really?
No. If you don't get scared, you're not going fast enough.
I guess you're
That's
right.
true.
I think
get
you can
scared.
attest to that, can't you, Rich?
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely. I've scared myself. I've done things I realized afterwards. You know, you just sit back and say, wow, I lucked out. I didn't get hurt in that one. And you don't make that mistake the second time.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
So,
I'm sure.
And that's every race driver. It's not just me or you. It's every race driver. And all of the Shelby stuff is good. Most of the cars that you've ran, I ran too. You know, and you just surprised me when you said the Sport Renault's
Sport Fords. Spec Racer Fords.
Yep.
And then Formula Fords.
And and so I've been in the Formula Fords, and you know, it's just so you and I have been down the same path. So as you're telling this story, I'm saying, great. I'm feeling it. I know what you're talking about, and I think a lot of these other guys have done that because those were all the starter cars trying to get you moving, and it forced you to race. And you raced some of the best, and you didn't know they were the best when you raced them.
Right.
You were on the track with them. So I'm proud to know you. I'm proud to hear this story.
Thank you.
I want you to come back. You've told us this much. I want you to tell us the rest. Okay.
I think we could probably get her back here. Don't you think, everybody? Yeah. I think that'd be a wonderful thing for sure. So are you going to be going to the 24 hours of Daytona?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will you stay there for the whole 24 hours?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you sleep out there?
Do. Pardon?
Do you sleep out there?
I have many, many times. At one time, this was probably early 80s. It was so cold at night. We all had gotten some hot coffee, and we went back to our cars, and we were going to take a little snooze. It was like 2 in the morning. And so, I mean, we took a short nap, and when we woke up, our coffee, the top of it was frozen.
Oh, my gosh.
That's how cold it was.
Holy cow. Because there's no place colder in the world than Daytona Speedway.
Oh, God, it was awful.
It gets brutal out there.
I also worked when I wasn't racing, as I told you, flag and communications. So I did flag and communications at the 24-hour numerous times.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, it's gotten a lot safer now.
Yep.
But I was always right in front of NASCAR 2. That's where my flag station was.
Right.
And when pieces would fall off the cars,
Jeez.
we had to go get them.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
OSHA had nothing to do with us.
Yeah, I would say
and
not.
so we would have to, and you know, the banking, of course, we would have to get over the barrier, run up the banking, pick up whatever part was there,
Gee whiz.
and run back and get off the track. You have no idea how fast those cars are.
That's
Jill,
incredible.
and when they're coming past start finish, and you're not even picking the part up yet, and they're there.
Holy cow.
Oh yeah, it
Boy,
was.
that's scary.
And in comparison, for the guys who've watched racing all of their life, you know, they would have a break, a yellow flag, there's debris on the track. There was debris on the track, and she went and got it.
Yeah.
And that's the difference in sports car racing and round racing. And
Wow.
But debris on the track means let's all slow down and let's bring the field back together, and we'll have a better race.
Yeah,
That's really what
well,
it was.
And what they're doing in road racing, which is what I was with, they come out of the infield and then they go up under the banking in NASCAR 1.
That's right.
So they're accelerating hard. So by the time they get to us in 2, they're cooking.
Wow.
I mean, they're really going.
Oh, my gosh. You're a good friend of mine.
And it wasn't just me. I mean, all the flag and communication people, large kudos to everybody.
Oh, my gosh.
Now they have crews that come out and pick them up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, a good friend of mine was killed out there on the second turn picking up debris.
really?
Yeah. It was just boom.
When was this?
Oh, this is probably 10 years ago. Yeah, that
Okay.
was unfortunate. Then they had all kinds of new procedures put into place after that, like putting everybody on the same radio and all that sort
that
of
would
thing.
be very
yeah.
helpful.
It was just a lack of
Yeah.
communication,
What?
really.
They weren't on the same radio before?
No,
Ooh.
no, not good. But anyway, they got it straightened out. But poor Gary had to lose his life because of it.
That's awful.
It was really unfortunate. Yeah, he was a good guy. He nicknamed me Buzz Britannica because I knew so much about NASCAR. But that was kind of
that was
cool.
a dangerous turn.
Yeah.
It really was.
Oh, you like you say,
For
they're
road
really
racing.
accelerating. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So you'd still race if you had a chance.
I would if I had the chance, but I
Yeah.
have not had the chance. I
Oh.
do. There's a friend of mine that works for HSR, which is Historic Sports Car Racing, who said, I have some guys who would like to share an enduro with you and at no cost. We'll see if that develops. I don't know.
Well,
We'll
that'd be
see.
nice. Yeah, HSR's fun, aren't they?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because I love the older cars. I mean, the new cars are slick and cool, but I like the grassroots racing and historic.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, we got a few folks we have to say thank you to. We got Danny over there on the board who did a great job on the sound today.
Danny, good deal, good deal.
And we've got Mike and Steve over here on the lights, the applause signs. Yeah, we're going to get it right. See, didn't they do a great job?
Yeah.
They're right there on time.
And he offered his Mustang up.
That's right. Yeah. Is that the red one? No? Oh, no, not to me? Oh, well. Okay, only to good-looking girls. Okay. I find that very sexist. I'm very upset about that. Yes. Yes, and it's good to see Mopar Judy and Dennis here today. And Dale Fox, thank you for coming. And then we have our living legend, Olin Hopes, right there with the Santa Claus hat on.
Hey, Olin.
He got that hat when he was one of Santa's elves. Yeah. That's right. He used to fine-tune the sleigh, didn't you? What did that thing have in it, a big block? Oh, is that right? I'll be done. That's pretty good. Well, don't forget, next week, Tommy Byrne is going to be a fantastic show. And if you have any inkling about Ayrton Senna or Formula One or rowdiness, he was kind of like the Tim Richmond of Formula One.
Yep.
As far as his wild lifestyle, very interesting story. He'll be here next week. So we'll see you next week, folks. Merry Christmas to you.
All right.
The Legends of Racing radio show originates live from the very spot where beach racing began. Racing's North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. Join us next time